Hello and welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge my beautiful returning subscribers as always. Thank you to all of you who have been subscribed since the very beginning. Thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed as well. I really appreciate your presence here, your friendship, and I really appreciate the support that you show me and the support that you show each other as well. So thank you so much for being here. And if you have found yourself here for the very first time, we would love to have you join us. Please pull up a chair, get cozy, and we're going to have a little chat today because we are all friends when we gather around this table. For today's pick a card reading topic, we're looking at the person on your mind, perhaps in no contact, because we're asking the question, is it really over, or are they going to come back to you? I have three piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with the amber and this cake, the Queen of Sweets. We have pile number 2 with the yellow jasper and the sundae, the hot mess. And we have pile number 3 with the lapis lazuli and the constant, the bacon. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today from Spirit. I'm going to jump right into pile 1, but I did want to mention for all of those who are subscribed to my channel and who have dropped comments below my videos, I will be drawing another name for the free reading. So if you're new to the channel, I do offer a chance to win a private reading with me. For those who are subscribed and drop me a comment underneath my comment section, be sure to hit your notification bell if you do decide to drop me a comment and you'd like to be entered for your chance to win, so that if you're notified as the winner, I'll be able to get the ball rolling. So be sure to check your notifications and hit your notification bell as well. But whatever pile you are drawn to today, there may be a message waiting and my timestamps are below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Is it really over in this connection, or are they going to come back to you? Pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the beautiful little amber, and this is your reading with the Queen of Sweets. Is it really over? Are they coming back? Now, the Queen of Sweets is supposed to be the Queen of Swords, actually, in this deck, and this is the Food Tarot deck, I believe. And so you could be an air sign perhaps, or this person could be an air sign. You can see all of these candles are lighting the way. So it almost looks like a birthday cake, and there's these wishes that are lighting the path. It's like we really hope that they will come back. And you could be an Aquarius, a Libra, a Gemini, perhaps they are. But they just, first of all, want to remind you of how important you are. They want to shift the focus back to you for a moment. Because they are saying that you're monopolizing a lot of your energy towards the hope that this person is going to return to you at this time. And so they're hoping to kind of get your attention today, to just emphasize, first of all, how much you are cared for in spirit, but also about prioritizing your journey too, because they are worried that you're focused a lot on what we're not receiving. Whoops. So let's take a look here at the current state of this connection. Can you tell me about the current state of this connection? Is it really over, or are they going to come back to pile number 1? You have the King of Cups. So the person on your mind, if you are the Divine Feminine, it may be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And I just got this message of like you can't feel their love anymore. 4 of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Swords, so there's definitely an air element here. The 3 of Wands. And with this 3 of Wands, it almost looks like somebody is standing there watching the horizon, waiting for somebody to appear on the horizon. We have the 6 of Wands. Back of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and we do have the 6 of Cups as well. I'm going to clarify this as I go forward. I feel like you're really hoping for a reunion here because you feel a very profound connection with this person, with the 6 of Cups. There's a lot of nostalgia surrounding this connection too. And it's like we're trying to keep it safe. We're trying to keep a guard on this nostalgia because we don't want it to go anywhere. We have the 9 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. Is it really over? Are they coming back? Just saw the 7 of Cups with a bunch of other cards, but it was reversed. And there's an aspect of things coming to light for you, or revelations coming in for you when it comes to this person. So more information that you're going to receive, whether it be from this person or just like a download from spirit during this reading perhaps, but more is going to be revealed to you. We have the Two of Cups. And it feels like there's a lot of unsaid energy, or like there's a lot of unfinished business here. It's like things that I really want to get off of my chest, things that I really want to hear about when it comes to your perspective. It's like the two of you need conversations. And there's attachment issues here, because once we sort of bypass this sense of stability, or this, like there's an imbalance in the situation, we've moved into an attachment issue. And so our focus is being monopolized on this hopeful new beginning. We have the Five of Cups here, and we have the Knight of Cups. The good news here is that Spirit says it's not over. It's not over in this connection for you, Pile 1. In fact, they want you to be more confident and more focused about what you expect to receive here. And those candles lighting up the way is sort of the wish that you have towards this eventual reunion. And they're asking you to stay focused on that journey. It's almost making me think of the Temperance energy of the long winding road that we have to go through before we reach that success, or we reach the sun, or the clarity that we're looking for. And Spirit says that if we hold on, that we're going to receive some sort of clarity from this person. Spirit says it's going to come in the form of communication first, and this could be online communication, and they're talking about it coming in hot. They're talking about it being influenced by the fire realm in some way. So a lot of physical desire, sort of pushing that chariot along or creating the momentum here, because there is a lot of overthinking going into not just from your end, but also from the masculine end of this connection as well. And so there's a lot that has to be brought to the surface. So I feel like there could be some delays to some sort of communication that opens up, or a resurgence in the opportunity in this connection, because we're grappling with this insecurity. We're grappling with vulnerability issue, but I feel momentum, I feel movement, and I see reunions coming in the future of this connection. And clarity. What's going to happen in the future of this connection, please? For some, I feel like the two of you will have the opportunity, and it's talking about a doorway, because whatever the two of you do with this communication, and however you allow it to propel you out of the current state of no contact, that will be your path to walk. And, you know, confidence and careful steps can lead to success. But we have the Ten of Cups, we have victory, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This can result in perhaps reunions that bleed into more commitment, bleed into more connection, or in the very least bleed into some sort of clarity and closure that helps you feel better, helps you kind of move through this attachment and get your wheel of fortune back in motion. I feel like there's permanent investment from this person to you as well. I feel like I feel like they love you. Like there's an aspect of it's already established, and it's been established for a long time. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Back of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. And what I love about this message for you, Pile 1, is the fact that it starts with this communication where we're seeking out more information. There's going to be a conversation between the two of you, and that is spearheading the opportunity, because there's the little acorn. And if we take that conversation and we take all of the momentum and we plant it, there can be so much growth. And this is not just necessarily practical growth, but it definitely is, because we'll be happy with the position that we end up with. We could end up in another relationship with this person. But they're asking for sort of a new force being applied this time around if you do end up in another relationship with this person. And overall, with this Nine of Pentacles, again, it's not just practical steps and practical growth. For some, this could just be clarity. This could just be a solution to what's happening in the present. But overall, it's very positive. It's about being glad that we waited, being glad that we held on to our focus, and being glad that we kept our wits about us. What I love about this message for someone watching, and this might not be for everyone, but for someone specific, this could lead to commitments overall for you. Again, leveling up in the practical realm, but also emotionally. So letting go of old attachments, allowing ourselves the freedom to move on, but even commitment possibilities here in the future after this communication cycle opens back up. So it's really exciting, because Spirit says that it's going to start with talking, and there's going to be a necessity for us to be vulnerable. But if we are, it's like things just take off from there, and it could move into a very fiery sort of connection or relationship in the future. tell me about the future of this connection for pile number 1, please. So it's not over. It's not over for you. We have rekindle. An unfinished business with the universe, the world card, says the universe is guiding you to that special person. Allow everything to take its natural course. And every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled here. We have respect your relationship on the back of the deck. So it's all about the opportunity to rekindle and then respecting that opportunity by taking the practical steps we're guided to take, by being vulnerable, honest. It's just a very positive energy for the future of this connection and the momentum and the potential that could exist there for you. Let's get a doorway card for the future of this connection, please, for pile number 1. Can you tell me what the future of this connection? Are they coming back? What does the potential hold here? We have here birth. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. And says here, the nomadic wanderer lies deep inside. So take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. So when that communication opens up, if you are very interested in turning this back into a relationship, Spirit says that that is very possible for you, pile 1. But they're asking you not to crawl back and hide. They're asking you to take action at that time and say the things that you've been wanting to say. Say the things that you've kind of been preparing. It's almost like a speech has been prepared. So say the things that you've been preparing to say, and that can really help propel change towards a very positive outcome for you. So let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What was the last thought that this person had about pile 1 in the bowl? The last thought that they had about you in the bowl. Whoops. It's on the floor. It's the Lovers reversed. It's like they think they made a wrong decision. The last thought they had about you, pile 1, is this thought process around, did I make a wrong choice? Did I make an error in judgment here when it comes to perhaps leaving behind? Because we're filled with a certain amount of jealousy surrounding you. So insecure about who you may be spending your time with, and not being able to commit to the decision of perhaps walking away and ending the relationship, because they have a lot of jealousy. But I feel like in the past, they've shown themselves to not have a ton of follow through when it comes to commitments. But I see a shift and a change coming in this opportunity, in this next opportunity with this person. You have a little thing stuck to my finger. I think this came out yesterday as well. This makes me think of sort of the devil energy or Aries energy. I also see sort of a yoking energy, like a yak energy with that symbol as well. So it's like somebody who's feeling frustrated by their choices, but also insecure about approaching too. We have the letter G, and we have a spacer here. So it's like a space between us. G, and we have E. We also have here the curled shell. I think about the Empress, but I also think about the High Priestess. So Siddhimkan information we know to be true. Somebody holding back secrets. We have the Hierophant steps though. So I feel like there's going to be elevation. We're going to be taking some steps towards commitments perhaps for some watching. We have the Apple of Temptation. But they're also speaking about how we have more to learn about this connection and about ourselves in this connection too. We have the Star of Aquarius. It's the black star, encouraging us to move on to a healing cycle as well with this Star of Aquarius, because the starfish can lose a limb and then regrow that limb over time. But it's also implying that, again, new force has to be applied this time around with this opportunity. Even here, the Chanel number 5, I think about the 5 of Cups and I think about loss, but this one is like a new fragrance, right? It's bright, it's pink, it's for the Divine Feminine. So it's about bringing in new energy to this opportunity. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you, and I'm praying for you. If this did resonate with you, even if you have to come back to leave your comment, please leave a comment below and subscribe to the channel if you feel called to. I would love to have you here, and our subscribers are the most amazing subscribers in the world, so we would love to have you join us. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2, you were drawn to the yellow jasper, and this, where am I going to put it? This is your reading. The person on your mind, is it really over, or are they going to come back to you? The hot mess here is the 9 of Swords, and so there's a lot of worry surrounding this. So you may be feeling like a hot mess, you may be really overthinking and really worried and anxious about what the future holds here. So you may be in this kind of period of depression or extreme torment when it comes to the possibilities of the unknown, and kind of a lot of attachment associated here too. So let's take a look here. Where's that? It's right here. Is it really over for pile number 2, please? Are they going to be coming back? What is currently going on in this connection for number 2? We have the 5 of Cups. And look at poor Alice. She's like trying to reach up for those spilled cups, and she's not quite tall enough to be able to achieve what she wants. It's like our emotions are bigger than us in this moment, which is why we're having this extreme response. We have the Strength. And there's this feeling of like not knowing if we can make it through this cycle. Like I feel like you're really suffering here at this time too. We have the 6 of Pentacles, and it's like you're not receiving the support you need. It's like you're dealing with that aspect of not receiving enough support. There's also this feeling of like, am I the only one suffering? It's like, is this person suffering right along with me? Because there's the Empress reversed. And you're not feeling secure. You're feeling really unsafe. You're feeling really uncertain about what the future holds. We have the Hierophant. We have the Knight of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. And we have the 4 of Cups. And there's this aspect here about feeling kind of helpless until we receive what we want or receive what we need in this situation. Because I keep hearing that Selena Gomez song that she sang years ago that talked about the heart wants what the heart wants. It's like, I'm not alive until you call. And that's what I keep hearing is I'm not alive until you call. It's like you're just waiting for that moment to be alive again. Can you clarify this reading, please, Spirit? Is it over? Are they coming back? And there's a lot of perhaps regret when it comes to what caused the severance or what caused the separation between the two of you. There's just this loss energy surrounding it of like, what could I have done differently? What should I have done differently? And there's the King of Cups. And it almost feels like the masculine energy here is purposefully, or we feel like it's like they're purposefully being selfish by pulling back, or it's like somebody's being accused of selfishness here in this connection. The 4 of Wands. And I feel like we're in such a placement of turmoil right now because we think this is the one for us. Like we think that this is the one. And now we don't know what to do because, like, what if we miss the chance of the one? And we want reunions. There's such a strong focus on reunions. We have the 5 of Pentacles. The good news is that Spirit wants you to know that if you feel like you're the only one suffering, you're not the only one suffering. You're both suffering. Not that that's good news, but if that makes it, it's like the old adage, if it makes you feel any better, Spirit says you're not the only one suffering. It may not make you feel any better, but Spirit says that you're not the only one suffering. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the Fool. Here's what's interesting is that for someone watching, first of all, I don't feel like it's over. So that's the very first piece of good news for you, that it's not over in this connection. There's going to be further contact. There's going to be further conversations. For someone, I feel like it's almost going to be the divine feminine that does reach out before this person reaches out to them. And this sort of precipitates a bit of a back and forth of a healing energy here. Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands. Yeah, it's almost like we start to go back to the drawing board and start again in a sense. It's like we start to just spend a little bit of time together and we start to just have conversations. And in those conversations, we slowly start to rifle through some of the pain that created the severance in the first place. But it's like a process that I'm feeling, because we go from apathy to the spark to the 2 of Wands, and we ground ourselves there for a little bit of planning and flirtation, and then we hit a bit of conflict. So after we start to get more comfortable back in the opportunity of the connection, the vulnerability is accessed or is required for us to create more change. We do have the Hierophant here. So Spirit is indicating that there is going to be opportunities for further growth in this connection. And And rebirths, because they just brought my attention here to the 9 and the 4, which is the 13 of the death energy and resurgence, and almost a phoenix rising out of the ashes here. And they're also talking about, again, new opportunities that are going to pop up out of the blue. So this person could reach out to you out of the blue, or as I said, it could be the divine feminine that decides to reach out. And it's like somebody who pushes themselves out of their comfort zone to be vulnerable, to get the ball rolling, because even the Knight of Cups is here. So we have an emphasis on Gemini energy. We have an emphasis on the water element of this King of Cups as well. So they could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So take that as it resonates. But the good news is that this is just a pause point in the journey. This is just a moment for us to refuel. It's a moment for us to take stock about what have we built, what do we want to build as well. And it's an opportunity for us to overcome some of this apathy and helplessness that we're feeling. Because even in these moments where we're feeling despair, when we're telling ourselves it's all one-sided, when we're feeling insecure in this moment, these are opportunities from the spiritual perspective for us to take that wave of emotion and have it work for us. It's kind of like when you're in the lake and a boat comes by and the wake hits you. And it's kind of fun if you turn your back to it and you let it take you into shore. It can be kind of fun. And so they're not saying that this is any sort of fun for you, because they say that you may be feeling like a hot mess right now. But they're also saying that the opportunity doesn't have to go to waste to help to recalibrate the emotional response to this pain. And they don't blame you for this emotional response. They're just worried about the consistency that we fuel that emotional response to a situation, because it creates a habit which forms a blockage in us that we have to then overcome. What is going to happen in the future of this connection, please? We have the Two of Wands. So there's going to be more. There's going to be expansion. I do feel that even within this expansion, within this opportunity, there's still going to be some issues that we have to resolve, which means we may have to apply new force, and we're going to have to be forced to kind of look at things from other people's perspectives. Because I'm feeling like we have to compromise in some way. Yeah, because they're talking about sort of permanent change, and you can see that there's this vine that's wrapping around the tower here in this card. And so seeking out information that can help us this time around so that we don't end up right back where we started, with destruction, with chaos, with upheaval. And so they're actually saying that this period of disconnect is an opportunity for us to seek out information that will help us this next turnaround, because there's going to be opportunity there. And this last chapter was an opportunity for us to learn. And Spirit says, let's take what we've learned now and let's apply it in this new chance, in this new opportunity. This hot mess energy, this overthinking, the worry that you're feeling, Spirit says it's going to pass for you. The feeling of helplessness that you have, that's why they're sparking this message about the divine feminine, or one of you, whoever's watching, sort of reaching out of the blue, because it's sparking this necessity to overcome the apathy or this feeling of helplessness, because we're not helpless. And so that's why you may feel compelled to reach out to this person to get the ball rolling. Oops. What does the future of this connection hold, please? Is it really over? We have Cupid. Love is in the air when Cupid's around. And Cupid always shoots that arrow out of the blue. It's like shocking. It hits us when we're not expecting. Just like the Page of Cups. And we have clarity. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. And that's why they want us to spend this time now to utilize all of this upheaval energy, all of this worrying, and take all of the energy that we're fueling at the worry and recalibrate it towards force, towards clarity, towards seeing things from a different perspective and not just the emotional perspective. We have illusion reversed on the back of the deck. Avoid the trap of mistaking fantasy for a true soul connection, but it's reversed, because I do feel like this is a true soul connection with true opportunity, but it's like we're applying so much over emotional response to it in this moment of despair that it's not only amplifying the pain, but it's amplifying the challenges, amplifying the obstacles, and making it harder for us to overcome them. And that's why Spirit asks us to ground ourselves in clarity first. And they're also asking for the two of you to seek clarity with each other, gaining each other's perspective and reaching some sort of compromise on how to apply new force in this new opportunity. But it's going to be a bit of a process. You won't just start talking and then enter into a relationship again. We're going to have to take the steps that we're guided to take, we're going to have to start slow with each other. So there's going to be almost like a getting to know each other again, or it's almost like you guys are going to start dating over again. Like, let's have our first date all over again. Can you tell me about the future of this connection for pile number 2, please? Is it over? What's the future holding this connection? We have here silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, and get rid of doubt. And when we're dealing with the 9 of Swords, there's no optimism left there. We're losing sleep. There's a lot of doubt about what's coming. We're thinking that it's all one-sided and that person's not struggling at all. And we're only struggling because we're being fueled by all of this anxiety. The truth is that if we unpack our mind and we see the truth of the situation, we'll see more clearly the next step that we should take in order to create solutions here. Because right now, spiritual signs of inclination, you are walking through the passages of your transformation. And these types of connections can help us grow together through these conflicts. These conflicts are not purposeless. They are built into the experience so that we can grow as spiritual beings together. As I'm looking at my cup, I'm just really struck by the Magician standing straight up. And it's really this message coming through from your guides about the control and the force that we wield over our own elements, that we are the artists of creation. You know, our life is a canvas, so to speak. And communication will be the key here, the key element to growth. What is the last thought that this person had about pile 2 in the bowl, please? 5 of Pentacles. They were thinking about the separation, and they were thinking about returning home. They want to come home. With the 8 of Cups reversed and the King of Swords. You know, the King of Swords can be a Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. They don't have to be. But the King of Swords, you know, he's sitting in this sideways angle because this person's perhaps not prepared to execute the change and be the leader yet. They could be hoping for the Divine Feminine perhaps to come forward. But the last thought that they had was about missing you and about wanting to return. It's like learning from my mistakes, returning back to my home base. In the bowl today, we have the letter P. We have the paperclip, I think of work elements. I think of persistence and working on it. We do have the hatchet. I think about the tree of life and breakups, like big breakups. We also have here the Pisces energy, the Divine Feminine starfish, so healing. And we do have the King of Swords, again, Libra energy coming through. We have Christmas reversed being significant, so maybe they didn't contact you over Christmas or you guys weren't together at Christmas. And we have the loyalty, or we have the dog energy, but also loyalty, friendship. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. And be sure to hit your notification bell, your like button. It helps me to bring you guys more content. Also, I have a link below for personal readings if you feel called to from Etsy. But I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the lapis lazuli, or to the constant, the bacon here, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, is it really over, or are they going to come back to you? Now, this bacon, the constant, is actually representing the 2 of Pentacles right now, and there's an aspect of holding space. So you're holding space for this person could be holding space for you. And in here there's this frying pan, this cast iron frying pan. And a cast iron frying pan, first of all, I'm getting the essence of how heavy it is and what a heavy weight it is to kind of balance out this hold of this connection. Like, it's a heavy weight to carry, knowing that we're still holding space for this connection. So there's still a lot of emotion left here. It's like we're hoping for clarity, but let's take a look and see. Is this connection really over, or are they going to come back to pile number 3? We have the Knight of Cups. Sitting on the water lily, which is a symbol of spiritual love. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the Lovers. We have the 8 of Wands reversed. The problem here, as Spirit says, is that complacency is fueling further delays. And maybe even other situations, other dynamics, other relationships could be, something's fueling further delays. And there's an emphasis on friendship here. Flirtation, but still friendship. We have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Divine Feminine here could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. And I want to clarify this as I go. I'm feeling a lot of motherhood energy coming in from the Divine Feminine. So there could be children involved here. Maybe not between the two of you, but we have the Knight of Wands. Eight of Pentacles and the Temperance. The Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. Now, there is a very strong emotional investment coming from this Queen of Cups. And I feel like it's permanent love. I feel like the Queen of Cups here is in love with this person. It's like this is your soulmate, or you feel like this is your soulmate. And I feel like you didn't have that necessarily, that epiphany, until it was a little bit too late, or there was already a separation in this connection. We have the Five of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. And we also have the World, which I'm not going to put it up there because there's not enough room. But we also have the World here with the Knight of Pentacles. Now, what's very interesting about the future of this connection, Spirit says, is that there is going to be some very frustrating delays when it comes to any sort of further movement. And I feel like there's a lot of conflict, and there's a lot of regret surrounding this situation. It almost feels like maybe we didn't even get a chance to enter into a relationship the way that we wanted to. We didn't transition into the relationship that we wanted to. So it's maybe not even a question of, are they coming back to me? Is it over? Am I going to get a shot? Am I going to get another shot at this connection at this time? Because there is this person has a hold on our heart. And we're very, first of all, conflicted by the delays. We're conflicted by what has been and what hasn't been in this connection, and the potential that we perhaps left in the past here too. And the issue here is that I feel like there could be, not for everyone, because I'm dealing with collective energy, so I have lots of different energies coming in, but for someone watching, I feel like I'm dealing with perhaps third-party situations, or just obstacles that are going to be more difficult for us to overcome in a timely fashion here. And so there is this aspect about the Divine Feminine holding space here, even though she's juggling practical elements too. So both of these energies may have moved into other commitments, for instance. And these commitments, it's like we're in the process of watering those seeds when we're still focused on the past of this connection. So it's like there is a huge imbalance between where we are practically and where our heart actually lies. Because it's like we may be here physically, but maybe our heart is back here in the past with this person. And so as we move through the spread, there is a certain amount of surrender to what will be revealed ultimately. And there could be further communication, but this is going to come in, again, it's going to be delayed, further communication, which can provide opportunity, because I feel like there's going to be an online aspect here to the future of this connection. But I don't necessarily see, unless we take great big risks, I don't necessarily see that there's going to be further relationships available to us in the future of this connection. Because even as we go down this rabbit hole, we reach the Tower. Five of Cups, we reach the Tower. And so because we already have the Five of Cups here, this regret in the present energy that's fueling this internal conflict, and somebody's saying, if I follow you now, I could lose everything. If I follow you now, it could hurt everyone involved, and I don't want to do that. And yet we're already still suffering. We're already suffering if we're sitting in this motion. Like this person in the background, they're down. This person's down. No one's a winner here in this situation. And so Spirit is anticipating in the future of this connection there being further delays, and how this is going to have an impact on the Divine Feminine's heart here. And there, again, there's this aspect too of fertility and how you have a lot of responsibilities. If you're the Divine Feminine, your heart may be here, but your responsibilities could lay elsewhere, but we're still holding space. And so the Two of Pentacles can indicate of an eventual energy of growth here, an eventual energy of more in this connection. But I feel like if anything's going to happen, it could be an online communication, but it doesn't seem to go beyond that point. It doesn't seem to go beyond the online opportunity or online communication, because it's evident here with the dragonfly that if we really want success, we're going to have to change directions drastically. And because of the investments of the divine feminine, there's the divine feminine again, perhaps being in another karmic cycle, for instance, we don't see further connection coming in beyond that communication. Let's get... what does the future hold in this relationship, please? Is it really over? Are they coming back? But that's the thing, is that I feel like the emotional investment, it's not over. The emotional investment is maintaining. The practical opportunities may elude us in the future. We have here deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So in order to create more solutions, because that's what tarot can ultimately bring us, is a pathway to solutions, a pathway to clarity. But we have to be willing to sort of take the notes of intuition as they come and take the masks off when we're required to, which is really hard. It's hard to take those steps. And so in order for more momentum to be gained here, we're going to have to take the masks off and be honest with ourselves and other people about who we're holding space for and what actions we can take. We have here soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And we have here worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, because there's a past life relationship here. And so this past life karmic wheel that we may have brought into this lifetime, it's still holding those hurdles. And we have to heed the notes of intuition that tell us to act upon them, which requires vulnerability in order to expand this spiritual love. So this is where we could get to with the Knight of Cups of expansion, but it's going to require that vulnerable heart. And it's going to require some impulsive moves that could result in some consequences in the practical realm to any sort of growth or any sort of foundation that we are building. But that's why the Spirit brought forth that message about this type of connection. If it's a soulmate contract, it can help us evolve and grow past our fears. And they are sometimes worth the steps that we feel guided to take. What is this connection? What is the future of this connection? Is it really over? We have here connection. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. So it's a beautiful reminder that even though there are practical elements in place, we're all mirrors of each other, and we're all still one. We're all still sort of reflected back at each other. There is a telepathic bond, a close soul connection that is harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. But it says let go. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. So they're not indicating that there's going to be further perhaps opportunity towards relationship. Not that there isn't opportunity, but it's unlikely that we're going to change directions and actually take advantage of those opportunities. So they're encouraging, especially this beautiful Queen of Cups, your beautiful heart space that's been invested here, they're encouraging you to surrender, let go of some of that emotion, or surrender some of that emotion and transmute it into some sort of force that you can apply to create manifestations of change in your own life. Because they say that the focus here might be holding you back a little bit from enjoying this moment fully. Guys, please for pile number 3. You have the Sacred Lotus reversed, and you had this Lotus energy blowing up in the first of your cards here. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the Lotus in your Spirit's jewel. And in order for us to expand and to evolve here, we have to take that step of expansion. But that Lotus card came out reversed. We have bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or Sage will clear the air. So they are asking for a clearance at this time to make room for growth in this connection, or asking for a clearance overall. Back of the deck says yes, reversed. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. What is the last thought that this person had about pile 3 in the bowl when it comes to reunions, when it comes to coming back? We have scattered energy and wasted potential. This person really thought about the opportunity that was and how they wasted it. And they really were thinking about how they had such a fear factor surrounding actually taking a chance, and they wished they had just faced that fear then. Because now they have this fear of never getting another opportunity, and that's trumping, holds more weight. In the bowl today, we don't have any letters today. We do have the crescent moon with the feathers. I think of the peacock, and I think about somebody who's holding back their true feelings because of position. Leo energy in the bowl. the 6 here of Pentacles with the honey-filled cells. I think of karmic relationships and sweet results that await us when we self-sacrifice. You're some sort of temptation to this person, or they're a temptation to you. We have a wrench in our plans, and we do have the screwdriver. And so the wrench is something that hurts. It's like something that would disappoint us, or obstacles that are really hard for us to overcome. Pisces energy, and things to iron out. So unfinished business, and the aspect of like not enough communication between the two of you. It's like things that need to be said, things that we need to get off of our chest. We do have the stethoscope, hospital nursing connection, or a blocked heart chakra. Honeybee with the honey cells. So I think about sweet results that await us. We also have a dime, and that is from 2001. So it could be in separation for a long time. I think about October, the 10th of any month, so Libra energy. It says, how I feel about you makes my heart long to be free, and I will hold you in my heart until I hold you in heaven. It's like I don't plan on putting down this desire, even if I have practical concerns, even if I have obstacles of the practical nature. I intend on holding force here. Oops. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that resonates with you. If it did, please drop that comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading. Even if you have to come back, we would love to have you join us. Please hit your notification bell, your like button. It helps me to bring you guys more content. And be sure to check out my links below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I do hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.